Parents and families of the class of 2024, normally Kelly and I would have met with you during move-in weekends, spent some time welcoming you to the college, answering your questions, and sharing some of our thoughts about the next 4 years that lie ahead. Unfortunately, that just wasn't possible this year, and so we hope this video reassures you that you are very much an important part of this college community.
Though some students are on campus and some online this semester, eventually they will all be together, and we are looking forward to that day. John and I have 5 children who have graduated from college. One, our youngest, just recently this past summer. And one thing that we know, and you know this also, is that each child is different and unique. And because of that, we are looking forward when we are all together here, because this will be a better place. John and I are very fortunate to live on campus. Because of this, we are able to meet your student, whether in the Commons, where John and I eat almost every day. And we encourage you to ask your child to introduce themselves so that we can get to know them. We also have several fire pits, and we will invite students over for s'mores, or we will have student organizations over for dinner, and that is just such a fun time.
Well, as Kelly said, we're not only the parents of 5 recent college graduates, but we love college students, and it is a privilege to live here on campus and to be the friend and neighbor to so many undergraduate students who are going through this very important leg of life's journey, from late teens to early adulthood. And we just want to share a little bit of advice today with you on ways that you can be successful in supporting the success of your student. The first of those is unique to this year. Those who are living on campus, who've opted to be in our dormitories, have all signed a pledge to promote safety. I want to encourage you as parents and family members to take some time during this quarantine period to review that with your student and to talk about the importance of responsible behavior, of following those protocols very carefully, wearing masks, of physical distancing, doing the daily self-check of health, all the things that will ensure that we keep this campus safe throughout the semester. No doubt some of you have seen where other colleges and universities have been far less successful in starting their year on campus. Well, we believe that W&J can be a shining example to all of higher education because our students are responsible adults. We expect that of them, and they prove time and time again that they meet that expectation. It's also important for you now or in the future when your student comes to campus to just be aware that this transition can be a little difficult for parent and student. And for first-time freshmen turning 18 and going away to college, leaving home for the first time, a little homesickness might actually come with it. And in our view, that's normal. It's to be expected of many of our students, perhaps most. They don't like to admit it. Maybe they'll admit it to you. But the fact is, most of the time, that just means that something good happened over the last 18 years, that they miss you because they love you in the same way that you miss them. If that should develop into something a little more concerning, maybe more depression sets in, that's a time to call on our counseling center here, and they are very, very experienced in dealing with some of the transitional issues that students experience when they leave home for the first time. And then I want to tell you that there will be another statement that your students sign in addition to the pledge to promote safety. This is one that's a part of our tradition here. It's our statement of community values. Every student signs it when they come to the college. It's actually a statement that was written by and is promulgated year after year by our student leaders. Our student government president will actually meet with our new students and ask them to affirm the statement of values. That's an important statement because we take it seriously and we hold students accountable to that promise that they make. It calls for treating others respectfully, for taking responsibility for the well-being of the community and for all members of the community. It calls for them to act with integrity in doing their academic work and in every other area of life on campus. We believe it's important not only because it defines our expectations of one another on our campus, but because at W&J, an education isn't just what our students learn through the academic program, It's the way that they develop their character and their maturity and ultimately leave this place as mature adults who make you proud and who they are proud to see in the mirror. We are going to ensure that our students become the kind of people who can succeed in life in every way possible. Of course, that means that it's important for them to understand that though your family may have made great sacrifices to pay the cost of college for them, that tuition payment didn't buy them the right to behave just any way that they wish. I'll be having a serious talk with our new students, as I do every year, about the fact that any behavior that might be detrimental to their career or life after college simply can't be allowed at this college on campus. It wouldn't be fair to them if we did allow that. They'll hear more about that from me. I encourage you to reinforce that as well. At this moment, no one has earned less than an A, and every student has a clean record because we admitted them to this college believing that they're just the kind of people who can live up to our standard of what we call uncommon integrity. And then finally, a little bit of advice for you as parents, that sometimes the urge to be helpful to your student can actually be less than helpful. I just want to remind you that part of growing up and becoming adult, part of being in college, is learning how to solve your own problems. Sometimes parents get a little overzealous and feel the need to pick up the phone and call an office on campus to try to solve a problem for a student. But in doing that, they've deprived that student of one of the most important lessons that they'll learn in college, which is a life lesson of figuring out how to find the person or the place who can help you solve the problem that you're dealing with at the moment. I can tell you also that phone calls from parents don't have nearly the effect on getting things done that a face-to-face visit from a student does.
So while it is important that you do not solve your students' issues, it's also very important that you learn what we offer here, the campus services and resources. And if you look at that website that is on your screen, you can open that up and see what those are. So an example, if your student is having some dining issue, maybe there's something that they need or want, then you can guide them to the dining service number and they can call and talk to them.
Likewise, if they're having academic challenges, we have support services for that here to help them through the academic experience of transitioning to college level work. We also have services to support them in their personal health if they're not feeling well on a given day. We have a health center here on campus. Almost any issue that a student encounters, there is a professional here at the college who can help them and who has a lot of experience in serving college students. Kelly and I have a lot of experience too in hearing from parents that want to be a little too helpful. I can just share a quick story or two with you. Last year we were actually on our front porch at a time that we had a small event with a number of students visiting. And as the students were leaving our porch and we looked off to the side, there was a middle-aged couple standing there waiting to talk with us. And so they came and approached us that evening and they began to tell us about how their son wasn't getting the food that he most wanted in our cafeteria. And of course, I don't make the menus, Kelly doesn't make the menus, but there's, as she said a moment ago, there is a person that you can contact and say, hey, there's something I'd really like to have, and they'll make that meal for you. Or I have a dietary restriction that you need to be aware of, and they'll be very careful about that and ensuring that the food that you are served is safe for you. So keep in mind that college is all about learning and growing and becoming adult. I don't use the term college kids. You won't hear me refer to our students as kids. I refer to them as adults because 18-year-olds going away and living independently are young adults, and we're expecting them to leave here as adults who are fully ready to be successful in every way. Finally, I just want to share with you that in the next few days, Kelly and I will be sending you a letter. It'll come in the mail. It'll be accompanied by a sheet of stationery and an envelope and a return envelope that will allow you to send it back to the college. The purpose of that is for you to take a little bit of time to sit down, maybe together, to be reflective, and to think about what this moment in life means to you as a family. What does it mean to you that your student has left home and gone to college, or will soon leave home and go to college? This is an important transition, and I'm not sure our students always understand just what the hopes and dreams are that parents place with them as they begin college. The heart that's freighted with them as they begin this new experience and begin to break away and form their own identity in life. This is an opportunity for you to write a letter, a very personal letter to your student, expressing those hopes and dreams and telling them what this moment means to you. You'll send that back to us in a sealed envelope. No one else will read it. We'll put it on file and take good care of it. And 4 years from now, when your student graduates from college, we will give them that letter that you wrote on this day, and it will tell them what it meant to you to send them to college. I just want to advise you to have a box of tissue handy. We normally do this together on campus during move-in weekend, and we've learned to provide a lot of tissue because it's a good thing if you shed a few tears as you think about this bittersweet moment of your son or daughter becoming fully adult.
We are so happy that your student is here on campus, online, and we look forward to the day when they are all together here.